Good morning students, welcome to the online class. Now this is social period. Yesterday we have studied from the history part first chapter evolution of human and society prehistoric period. We have started the first unit and the second unit first where I have completed. In that I have marked one detail and two more question. The second unit is human enquiries into the past and origin of the world. That the age of speculation I have completed. Next heading is scientific foundations of geology, biology and archaeology. Evidences to know about the past, about the earth layers. Historians use these evidences. These are all evidences. That is geology, biology and archaeology. Sources to know about the past. They have studied and established the scientific foundation. That is evidences. They proved about the past, that is scientific foundations regarding the geology, biology and archaeology. They wrote history, they started to write history by using all these evidences. The beginning of history writing can be traced the ancient Greeks. Greek language, the historians wrote history first in Greek language. One of the Greek historian, his name was Herodotus. He was known as the father of history. First history was written by Herodotus in Greek language. So he was called father of history. He wrote about the humanistic and rationalistic. Humanistic and rationalistic, humanism, respect the human beings. The beginning there was no respect to the human beings, like animals, they were wandering here and there. But these historians developed history especially for human beings by giving the respect. And rationalistic, reasoning power. The human beings developed the reasoning power. They did not believe anything blindly. They began to raise questions, why, what, where, like this. Raise the question, that is rationalism. The rationalism developed because of the scientific knowledge. The rise of scientific inquiry into the origin of humans was possible because of some of the scientific foundations. Why it is developed, the humanism and rationalism? Because of the scientific foundations. First, on some scientific foundations here, it is mentioned now in 5 points. First, interest in collection of archaeological remains. They have got the interest in collect the archaeological remains. Archaeological work carried out and found the remains of the past, that they were the archaeological remains. At the opening of museums, they have placed the artifacts all placed in the museum, exhibited in the museum. Some of the museums, ancient times, they have established some museums. Here it is mentioned the Museum of Enigal di Nana in Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia means the land between the two rivers Euphrates and Tigris, that Mesopotamian civilization that you are going to learn It is one of the civilization developed in Mesopotamia. That there they established one museum. They have exhibited the remains, the remains of the past. Then the princess of Enigaldi was the daughter of the Neo-Babylonian king Nabonidus. The Capitolian Museum in Italy is perhaps the oldest surviving museum. Then Ashmolean Museum at Oxford University. These are all some of the museums established in the past. Then the next one is development of ideas of stratigraphy. What do you understand about stratigraphy? Here it is given the explanation of stratigraphy. Under the heading it is given the study of origin, nature and relationship of rock and soil layers that were formed due to the natural and cultural activities. Rock layers, rock soil layers, layers that were formed due to the natural and cultural activities. Natural and cultural activities, the layers of rock and soil was formed. The study about these rock and soil, layers of the rocks and soil is known as stratigraphy. Then the next one is Darwin's theory of biological evolution. Darwin's theory. He says about the single cellular and multicellular organisms, development of plants and animals, animal cells, development of human beings, all that he says. That is the theory concepts of natural selection and survival of the fittest contributed to the scientific understanding of human origin. That is Herbert Spencer. Herbert Spencer, biological evolution, and Charles Darwin's the theory on concept of natural selection and survival of the fittest. These are all says about this development of organisms, single cellular organism, multicellular organism, plants and animals. Darwin's theory. Then discovery of human and animal fossils. Fossils means dead part of plants and animals embedded in the layers of the rocks. Embedded. Between the layers of the rock, the dead part of the plants and animals are found by tracing these fossils. Historians used to write the history. They calculated the era's years of history. Historians, here it is given the meaning of the word fossil: prehistoric animal and plants that turns into stone over a period of time, millions of years, prehistoric period, from prehistoric period to modern period, that is millions of years. During the millions of years of time, these plants, animals turn into fossils. That is, these fossils are embedded in the layers of the rocks. How it is turned into fossils? Because of the chemical and physical process. Because of the physical and chemical process, this dead part of the plants and animals turned into the fossils. The ability to decipher early scripts. The ability to decipher the early script. Deciphered. Because of that, they can understand their writings. They began to develop the writing skill. That is, the whole Stone Age period stone was mainly used for making implements, artifacts. Stone Age means the human beings used the implements, made out of stones. That is stone. Bronze Age. The next to the Stone Age, next stage was Bronze Age. That is Bronze Age. The period when bronze metallurgy extracted of metal from ores. Metallurgy means extracting metals from the ores. That they have started during the Bronze Age. Then the Iron Age. Iron was melted, produced implements. That is Iron Age. They began to smelt. That means separate the iron from the iron ore. And we are getting from iron ore. That activity also started during the Iron Age period. Iron Age period. So these are all development. The prehistoric period onwards they started. That they came to know these archaeological sources and all archaeological works and all they have done mostly in the 19th century. Since the 19th century, scholars have used the advanced scientific techniques. They undertook systematic studies to contribute the current state of knowledge in prehistory. That means only the 19th century they have carried out the archaeological works. That means they used to dig out, they found the places, dig out the materials, things what the people used those times. That is archaeology. That is mostly in the 19th century it took place. So now we have seen only the scientific foundations of geology, biology and archaeology. These are all the sources to know about the prehistoric period. That is geology, biology and archaeology. So it says about in the second unit. Now we mark some of the one words. Yesterday I marked one 5 mark and one 2 mark. Now we mark some one words. That is, first choose the correct answer. Dash is genetically closest to humans. The answer is B option, chimpanzee. Chimpanzee is the genetically closest to human. Second one is the period called Neolithic marks the beginning of agriculture and animal domestication. Answer is C option, Neolithic, second one. Third one, direct ancestor of modern man was Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Fourth one, dash refers to the area covering Egypt, Israel, Palestine and Iraq. Answer is B option, Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent refers to the area covering Egypt, Israel, Palestine and Iraq. Fifth one, Sir Robert Brucewood, a geologist from England, first discovered Paleolithic tools at Pallavaram near Chennai. That is B option. Sixth one, correct statement, that is B option. 1 and 2 are correct. The first two statements are correct. Option B, it is mentioned 1 and 2 are correct. That is the answer for sixth one. Seventh one, 4 sentences given that first sentence, that is A option, one is correct. That is, the Neolithic people used polished stone axes called celt. That is answer for that question. Then ascertain and reason. Ascertain and reason. D option. D option. A and R both are incorrect. A and R both are incorrect. That is the answer for eighth one. Now filling the blanks. Filling the blanks. First one is hand axes and cleavers are the important tool types of the Lower Paleolithic. Lower Paleolithic. Lower Paleolithic. Second one, the methods and techniques involved in the production of stone tools are called lithic technology. Lithic technology. Lithic technology. Spelling, sorry. Third one, Mesolithic is known as the Middle Stone Age, as it is placed between the Paleolithic and Neolithic. Mesolithic. Mesolithic. Okay, today these one words, choose the correct answer and fill in the blanks we have marked. These choose the correct answer one words you have to learn. You have to learn. Once again I will tell you, choose the correct answer. First one, B option, chimpanzee. Second one, C option, Neolithic. Third one, C option, Homo sapiens. Fourth one, B option, Fertile Crescent. Fifth one, B option, Paleolithic. Sixth one, B option, statement 1 and 2 are correct. Seventh one, A option, statement, first statement is correct. Eighth one, ascertain reason, D option, A and R both are incorrect. Then fill in the blanks. First one, Lower Paleolithic. Second one, Lithic. Third one, Mesolithic. So these answers you have to learn. Okay, thank you.